So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. And expectations are rising and decibel levels are rising. The noise is quite something. You can feel what football means to the people in this part of the world. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already.
Well, Peter, this is a game where I really don't think I need to spell out who I'm expecting to provide the sparks. The name is Diego Maradona. Not just footballing royalty, I think what's more appropriate is godlike.
Yeah, the name itself strikes fear into the heart of opponents.
What a player.
Nice try, but he wasn't buying it. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Messi. Oh, this is a very... And the shot! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Driving through the middle. Rummenigge. Schmeichel catches it safely. Just eases him off the ball. Now it's Haaland. Haaland. Now it's Maradona. And here's the chance to counter. Camavinga. Opts for safety. Still goalless. Eto'o. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Oh, that's nice. He's had a shot! Oh, such a clever touch. Messi, and Messi! Now that has posed a few awkward questions.
He actually looks pretty annoyed with himself there. He's usually better than that.
Cafu keeps it so gently. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. So what can they make of this? Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. He's onside. Lahm. Played out towards the right wing. And he's intervened well there. Camavinga. Rummenigge. Camavinga. Gavi. And it's Messi. And he was alert to it. Shot a goal! He scored! Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
Yeah, he gets top marks for that finish. I honestly thought his odds weren't that good.
A 1-0 lead established.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
Short changes him with that pass. Mateus. Messi. Now it's Messi. Hits one! He scored! Hot knife through butter. They have done it again. That is so good. Such sharp skills and such a delicious finish.
Oh, what a finish. I mean, an instinctive finish at that, and he probably didn't even have time to think about it too much.
So that's two now without reply.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. That's a shade optimistic.
Messi, well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little...
Totti! They've done it! Half-time rapidly approaching. That could be a big one. Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
He weighed up the landscape, Peter, and he stuck it bang in the corner.
We have got ourselves a game here. And Messi! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Lam. Could move up a gear here. Rodri. And it's Totti. And he's picked out the run. Cafu. Passing is crisp and sharp. Rummenigge. Camavinga! Oh, and with that, the half-time whistle goes. So on the whole, a very competitive game so far. Goals for both sides, neither in true command. Anything could still happen in this game. Caution certainly not on the agenda here, from both sides.
Well, it remains very delicately poised, and based on the promise we've seen through the first 45 minutes, I wouldn't be surprised if this takes another twist or two. It certainly would be in keeping.
And a quick announcement today that memorabilia from today's match is now on sale in the Stadium Hall. Substitution.
And the second half gets underway.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible.
Haaland! It's been shipped out wide. Haaland. Mateus. For Messi. Mateus. And it's Messi. Messi going face-to-face with his great rival. Eto'o will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time.
Well, the further he went, the more attention he attracted. There was just way too much pressure for him to get the shot away.
Rummenigge. Rummenigge! It's in! A two-goal cushion, and it's looking safe.
Yeah, great movement and great use of space to get on the end of the pass, and that pretty much did it.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
Well, you had to fancy him, Peter. He seems to be growing in stature with every goal.
So the lead now is 2.
Listen, it's up to them now how they think about it from here, because for me it's crying out for them to force the issue.
And he was there to get a vital touch.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Now it's Messi. In the end, they found themselves penned in, nowhere to go. Ronaldinho. Oh, super find.
The attendance for this match was 70,987.
So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Stood up well to him there. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Mateus. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Has a look and plays it forward. He is through here. And the finish! They want to be quick to recover this.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Now it's Messi. Neither of these two want to come off second best.
Wow, look who's involved.
Camavinga. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
There's a sharp little ball here. Oh, they could be caught out here. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Vinicius Junior, played out to the right. It's Totti!
Can't be expected to deliver anything better than that. This is heroic keeping.
And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Substitutions taking place.
Now it's Vinicius Junior. That's a little off target. Eto. Strong running down that left flank. Makalele. Rummenigge. Oh, just skips Rummenigge! And that would have won it.
Rummenigge should really have closed the game out then, and this could come back to haunt him.
And we have our very first corner. Messi plays it short. Great challenge, time to perfection. It's Makalele. Little pass back.
Yeah, probably the best option. It had to go back.
Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Oh, played right into his path. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Van de Ven. That's good pressing, squeezing the play. The final 5 minutes. Rodri kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Vardiol. That's a sharp pass. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Oh, this looks sharp.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
In with the challenge. And that will be it. Well, that's a tough one. Losing is never good, but this one feels especially hard to take. Not a lot that went glaringly wrong, but the result... Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. And expectations are rising and decibel levels are rising. The noise is quite something. You can feel what football means to the people in this part of the world. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Fernando Torres. And the finish! Big moment! Massive goal!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate. On heels rather than toes.
Sharp, simple, satisfying. He just knew what was on.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't...
Real chance! They've scored! They have heard the starter's pistol and come racing out of the blocks. And he stuck it away as if laser guided.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
So that's two now without reply.
No doubt as to who has the momentum here now. The only doubt is how many is coming.
And here's Torres. It's a great ball. It's Totti! Now, who's going to be first to this?
What a cracking save from the keeper. That may turn out to be a pivotal moment.
Adams calmly anticipates. De Jong. And here's Bellingham. Decent hit! Still pretty early days, but the difference in fortune is very clear. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Quality ball. Gavi. And it's Maradona. Distributed tidily. No, it's not getting there. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Quality deserted them when they really needed it.
Totti. Now it's Torres. Nicely weighted ball. Now it's Totti. There's no flag. It's loose now and they want to get it back. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Messi, well read, and the danger is averted. Can he spark a counter here? Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
That was just poor decision-making and a weak execution.
Now it's De Jong. Bellingham, given the lift of his goal. Fernando Torres.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Always onto this. He's had it taken off him. De Jong with a definite foul there. Roberto Carlos. Roberto Carlos got a long way forward to join the attack. Fernando Torres touches it back. Passing is crisp and sharp. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Van Dijk. Rice. Alvarez. And here's Messi. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
He's a sharp little ball here. Gavi, who's set up one goal so far. Torres. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Oh, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Oh, that just required a bit more oomph to reach its target.
Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. And it's Messi. Bellingham. Big chance! Well, there's the clearance. And here's Bellingham. He's dealt with that really well. Can he finish? Rice is flagged offside. Messi. And here's Bellingham.
Ci sarà un minuto di recupero.
Van Dijk promptly onto that. And it's half-time here. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Oh, they had their opponents reeling in that half, Peter, and the break may influence a change somehow, but don't hold me to it.
A half of massive entertainment and excitement. A two-goal margin, yes, but all things still possible.
Sostituzione di giocatori. Numero 22, Fernando Torres. Numero 19.
And the action is back on the way.
Lasciano il campo per
Rodri spots it and intercepts.
Yeah, that works for me. The denial of movement, blunt and brusque.
Looking for the run. He's in a great position. Rice. This is De Jong.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Can he get it through? Bellingham! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
Well, there are a few pockets of space that are being exploited, and they need filling, and fast.
Bellingham. He could be in here. Punched away.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
And it's Perez. Perez going face-to-face with his great rival. It's a sharp pass. Well-timed, excellent interception. Messi. Roberto Carlos. He won't be happy with that one. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. Oh, no joy this time. Roberto Carlos. Messi. So 2-0 the scoreline early after half-time. Couldn't quite squeeze that one through. He's looking to set for shot at goal! He has done it!
Oh, the invitation was received with such a clever run, and he had that defence in utter confusion.
Barcelona get themselves back into contention.
Well, I think they probably needed an early goal in this half just to give them the confidence and belief to push on and look for an equaliser.
And he's straight offside.
Well, this is exactly the approach they have to take now, Peter.
They're coming again and again.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
He steps in, and that's the end of that. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Yeah, the idea was right. The delivery wasn't. They can revisit that further on.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, there's a probing ball. Perez. The movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Well, he's seen that early. There's the hit! Bellingham. And he's in on goal. It's Totti! Alvarez. Well, Jim, it is abundantly clear that the tone of this game has changed markedly within the last few moments.
Well, it has, because the deficit has now been halved, Peter, and because of that, it seems to have developed into some sort of shock for them, and it's going to be very interesting to see how they can take it on from here.
He's through here, and he cuts out the supply.
There's a real appetite from them to finally put this game to bed, but will they?
Cannavaro kept his eye on it, and he's there. Nice bit of trickery. He's shifting through the gears here. Great ball, and he's in here. Messi! It's a goal! Right back in it. Almost no time remaining. Game still on.
Yeah, they've only got themselves to blame. Mistakes in those areas are very punishable.
Sostituzione di giocatori. Numero 9.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact. This has become one superb game of football.
Well, the big question now is whether they can keep the energy levels up and try and grab a winner.
A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
Well, a goal either way at this stage would qualify as a steal. It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
That's a lovely, neat pass. And here's Messi. Well, they've got it again. And here's Bellingham.
Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster. You wonder if that's it now, but there may be one more opportunity, Peter, for a late steal here.
Now it's Ronaldinho. Played back. Deco was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless.
Indica 2 minuti di recupero.
Walker did well to stay calm there. Mbappe. Nice sequence of passes, this. Pedri. Oh, they can break here. And that is as far as it goes. Well, nothing to separate the sides in the end, not for the want of desire, drive or determination. Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. And the matchday noise at this place is truly special. The pride, the passion, it adds to a massive sense of occasion.
Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. That's an untidy challenge. Free kick given. Gavi. Now it's Totti. And here's a chance. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Well, a player with a classic number 10 look about him is Martin Odegaard, Peter. It'll be crucial that he can pick the ball up between the lines, as he prefers to do. That'll allow him to show off his trickery. If he can find that space, then all options are open, and the opposition defence might be stretched.
He would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? He certainly has all the right qualities. Totti. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. And it's Messi. Could move up a gear here. Davids. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
The ball has bounced loose now.
Oh, important interception. Totti. So, what can they make of this? Haaland. Cannavaro calmly anticipates. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Messi. Neither side yet able to find the net. Now it's Maradona. Odegaard. Looking for options for movement. Lahm. It's Bellingham. Odegaard. Davids. Pass is just off target. Can he finish? Goal! Arsenal! Arsenal take the lead. Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
Arsenal are in front now, the game's only goal.
Well, decent hit! No mistake! And again, they simply do not know what has hit them. It is a good finish. The odds were against him, little matter.
Well, at one stage he was being body checked, Peter, and then the next minute it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
Arsenal are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, they're very much the better.
He's had a hit!
Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it.
Now it's Messi. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. And that's definitely not his best. Bit of a communication breakdown there, it seems.
Gavi.
Half an hour played now. Odegaard proving dependable as ever. Another terrific day at the office for him.
Well, not only can a player of such high calibre show the imagination to set up a goal, but he can also produce when the pressure's on to deliver a big moment.